welcome to Mia's Stories. Make sure to subscribe to never miss an update, and a lucky chance to video chat with me. Max sat nervously in the plush waiting area of Enchanted Elegance, a renowned salon known for its transformative makeovers. Today marked a pivotal moment in Max's life, a moment he had both eagerly anticipated and feared. He fidgeted with the hem of his coat, his heart pounding with a mixture of excitement and apprehension. For years, Max had concealed a secret desire deep within himself, a desire to explore his feminine side. It wasn't until recently that he found the courage to confront this part of his identity. The decision to undergo a complete MTF makeover at Enchanted Elegance was the first step towards embracing his true self. As he glanced around the salon, Max couldn't help but marvel at its opulent decor. Crystal chandeliers cast a soft, ethereal glow over the room, and the scent of exotic perfumes lingered in the air. It was a sanctuary where dreams were transformed into reality, and Max found solace in the thought that he was in capable hands. "Max!" A melodious voice broke through his reverie, and he looked up to see a stunning woman approaching him with a warm smile. She introduced herself as Sophia, his stylist for the day, and Max felt a surge of gratitude for her gentle demeanor. Together, they embarked on a journey of self-discovery, starting with a consultation to discuss Max's vision for his transformation. Sophia listened attentively as Max poured out his hopes and fears, his voice trembling with emotion. With her guidance, he chose a delicate palette of pastel hues and soft fabrics that echoed the femininity he longed to embody. The makeover began with a luxurious hair treatment, as Sophia worked her magic to sculpt Max's locks into a cascading mane of glossy curls. With each snip of the scissors, Max felt a weight lift from his shoulders, as if shedding the confines of his old identity. Next came the makeup, a delicate artistry that transformed Max's features with a stroke of a brush. As Sophia expertly applied foundation and eyeshadow, Max watched in awe as his reflection morphed into that of a woman he had only dared to imagine. With a final flourish, Sophia unveiled the pièce de résistance, a breathtaking ensemble that epitomized elegance and grace. Max slipped into the silken gown with trembling hands, savoring the sensation of fabric against his skin. As he stood before the mirror, Max scarcely recognized the woman staring back at him, a vision of beauty and strength that defied all expectations. Tears welled in his eyes as he realized that this was more than just a makeover, it was a rebirth, a celebration of his newfound freedom to be authentically himself. With a grateful smile, Max turned to Sophia, whose eyes sparkled with pride. Together, they stepped out into the world, ready to embrace whatever adventures lay ahead on Max's transformative journey. Max stepped out of the salon, feeling the gentle breeze caress the soft fabric of his dress. The pastel hues of the gown shimmered in the sunlight, casting a radiant glow over his newfound femininity. With each step, he felt a renewed sense of confidence blossoming within him, as if the weight of the world had been lifted from his shoulders. The dress, a delicate confection of chiffon and lace, hugged his curves in all the right places, accentuating his slender figure. Its sweetheart neckline framed his collarbones elegantly, while the subtle flare of the skirt swirled around his legs with every movement. Paired with the dress were dainty heels that added an extra inch to his height, elongating his legs and giving him a graceful stride. Max marveled at how the simple act of wearing heels seemed to elevate his entire demeanor, imbuing him with poise and sophistication. His ensemble was completed with accessories that added a touch of glamour to his look. A string of pearls adorned his neck, lending a timeless elegance to the ensemble, while delicate earrings dangled from his ears, catching the light with every turn of his head. Max couldn't help but smile as he caught his reflection in a nearby storefront window. Gone was the uncertainty that had plagued him for so long, replaced now by a sense of empowerment and self-assurance. He was no longer hiding behind a facade but embracing his true self with pride. As he walked down the bustling street, heads turned in his direction, some curious, others admiring. Max held his head high, savoring the feeling of acceptance and validation that washed over him. For the first time in his life, he felt truly seen and appreciated for who he was. As he walked down the bustling street, heads turned in his direction, some curious, others admiring. Max held his head high, savoring the feeling of acceptance and validation that washed over him. For the first time in his life, he felt truly seen and appreciated for who he was. The city streets became his runway, and with every step, Max exuded a newfound confidence that seemed to radiate from within. Gone were the whispers of doubt that had plagued his mind, replaced now by a sense of liberation that filled him with boundless joy. Passers-by offered smiles and nods of approval, their gestures serving as affirmations of Max's newfound authenticity. He reveled in the sense of connection that blossomed between him and the world around him, realizing that his decision to embrace his true self had opened doors he never thought possible. As he continued his journey, Max found himself drawn to a quaint cafe nestled on a corner street. The aroma of freshly brewed coffee beckoned him inside, and he stepped through the door with a sense of purpose, his heels clicking against the tiled floor. The cafe buzzed with activity, and Max couldn't help but feel a sense of belonging as he took a seat at a cozy table by the window. The warmth of the sunlight filtered through the glass, casting a golden glow over the room, and Max felt a surge of gratitude for the simple pleasures of life. As he sipped his coffee, Max found himself engaged in lively conversation with the patrons around him. They shared stories and laughter, forging connections that transcended barriers of gender and identity. In that moment, Max realized that acceptance wasn't just about being tolerated, it was about being embraced for the unique individual he was. The hours slipped away in a blur of laughter and camaraderie, and as the sun began to dip below the horizon, Max reluctantly bid farewell to his newfound friends. But as he stepped back out onto the bustling street, he carried with him a sense of fulfillment that would stay with him long after the day had come to an end. For Max, the journey was far from over, it was just beginning. But armed with courage and self-assurance, he faced the future with optimism and excitement, knowing that he had the strength to overcome any obstacle that stood in his way. And as he disappeared into the vibrant tapestry of the city, Max knew one thing for certain. He was no longer defined by the confines of society's expectations. Instead, he was free to write his own story, one filled with love, acceptance, and the unbridled pursuit of happiness. That if you enjoyed this story and want to show your support, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. Also, for every comment with 69, you could have a chance to video chat with me. Thanks for your time.